Welcome everyone. So today's Vinyasa practice is going to take us through an exploration of headstand as well as crow pose, and specifically looking at the role of axial extension within those two shapes. So come into Sukhasana, simple seated pose, and bring one hand to the top of your head, the crown of your head, and then press the head up into the hand. So this is axial extension. So sitting bones press down, crown of the head presses up. So we lengthen crown of the head away from sitting bones and vice versa. Keep that, rest your hands on your lap and close your eyes. Start to fill that space that you've created in your body here with your beautiful breath. With every exhale, press the sitting bones down more so that you grow a little bit taller through the graceful curves of your spine. I read recently that joy is the only success. That we can have all the money in the world, all the possessions, the jobs, the titles, but if they don't bring us joy, then what's the point? So it makes sense to work to cultivate joy on a daily basis. And we can start with the body. Using our dynamic movement practice and our breath today to invite a sense of joyfulness and energy into the body, a lightness of being within our approach to breath and movement. So take a deep inhale here through your nose. Press the sitting bones down more, grow taller as you exhale. Keep the breath going, flutter the eyes open. Keep this axial extension. Hover your hands. From here, use the strength of your core to twist your chest and your shoulders to the left. So rotate to the left. Keep pressing the sitting bones down. Then release your hands down and use the hands to deepen the twist. So roll more towards the left with the left shoulder. Turn your head over the left shoulder. One more breath. Untwist back to center. Press the sitting bones down again. Grow a little bit taller. Hover your hands. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Then bring the hands down and use the hands to leverage a bit more rotation here through the spine. Pull the back of the right shoulder back. Look over the right shoulder with your eyes. Untwist back to center. Let's transition to all fours, hands and knees. Facing the front of the mat. And before we find movement here, bring one hand to the top of the head again. Press the head into the hand. So make a mental imprint of that hand there so we can use that as feedback later on. Bring both hands down to the ground. Now we're going to mobilize the space between the sitting bones and the crown of the head. Use your inhale to relax the belly down, lift your tail, look up, reach the chest forward. And as you exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine, press the tailbone forward as the head comes in. Inhale, reach the chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together, get longer through the front of the body, and then exhale, get longer through the back of the body as the heart reaches towards the spine. One more, inhale, chest forward, lengthen, breathe into that space. And exhale, round your spine. Come back to a neutral spine, so finding that axial extension out through the crown of the head. Walk your knees back a couple of inches, and then bring your forearms down to the ground. Bring your fists together, so make two fists and bring them together like a fist bump, rather than interlacing the fingers. Keep the fingers separated, but the fists together. Lean forward towards the shoulders. Take an inhale. As you exhale, press your outer fists down and start to straighten your arms. So doing like a fist bump push-up here on the knees. Inhale, elbows down. Exhale, press the hands down, lift the elbows, strengthen the triceps. Let's do that again. Inhale, elbows down. Exhale, press the outer hands down to lift the elbows. Now bring the elbows down again. We've got 2 more, but an option to spice it up a bit. Step the feet back to plank pose and hover the knees. So with the knees down or lifted, take an inhale. As you exhale, press into the outer fists to straighten the arms. 1 more. Inhale, elbows down. Exhale, elbows up. Bring the elbows back down, forearms down. Replace the forearms with your hands, plank pose. Lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Feel free to find any movement here in down dog. Just stay connected to breath. Stay connected to pulling in that joyful energy into the body. Everything we experience is experienced through the body. So always start with the body. And then feel that axial extension here. So crown of the head reaching away from sitting bones pressing back as the crown of the head reaches forward. Moving with breath, inhale forward to high plank, reach the crown of the head forward. And then exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, forward, long spine. Shoulders reach forward, look forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Modified Vinyasa, inhale forward, high plank. Now as you exhale, drop the knees to the mat, bend the elbows straight back and hover your belly and chest off the ground. Press into the hands, reach the chest forward, cobra pose, and then come through hands and knees, tuck the toes, downward facing dog, exhale. 1 breath in, 1 breath out. Look forward, lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to your hands. Drop the heels, inhale, reach the chest forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise, stand up, reach up, look up. Exhale, bow over your legs. Inhale, lengthen, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, hands down, step to plank pose. Pause in plank, option to drop the knees. And as you exhale, lower to low plank. Inhale, back bend of choice, so either cobra pose or upward facing dog. Use the exhale to lift yourself back to downward facing dog. 1 breath in. Big breath out. Look forward, inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward. Lengthen the spine once you land, breathe in, open the chest. And breathe out and bow over your legs. Inhale, stand up, reach up, stretch the arms to the sky. Exhale, pull the hands in towards the chest. Relax your arms by your side. Shift your weight to the left foot, lift your right knee forward. From here, grab a hold of the right knee with your hands, interlace the fingers, and stand tall. Press the left heel down. Reach the crown of the head higher. Notice how that lengthens the sides of the neck. 1 more breath. Now we're going to lose some of that length as we tuck the chin, start to pull the knee in closer towards the belly with the hands as you reach the nose towards the knee. Maybe give it a little kiss. Lift back up to center. Find that balance. Now keep the right knee where it is. Reach the arms straight up. Transitioning to Virabhadrasana 3 from here. Reach the right leg behind you as the torso tips forward. Reach your fingers forward. Get longer from fingers to the right heel. Option to find a little bit of softness in the standing knee. Pull the outer right hip slightly further down towards the ground. One more breath. Bend the left knee more, reach the back foot down for warrior one. So ground the heel, toes out at about 2 o'clock. Lunging into the front knee as you ground through the back heel to really stretch out through the back calf. And then from here, interlace the fingers above your head, bend your elbows, and bring your thumbs towards the back of your neck. Lean the head into the arms, so let there be a bit of a lift of the chest. And then at the same time, can you press the crown of the head up? So it probably won't change the look of the pose you're in, but you're going to feel just a little bit of lengthening through the sides of the neck. One more breath here. Now look forward, reach the fingers forward and down. Lift your back heel. We're going to bend both knees, so bring the back knee to about a hover, just off of the ground. Look forward, inhale. As you exhale, straighten your legs, reach the hips back slightly and bow over your left leg. Again, inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, hips shift back, straighten your legs and bow. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Bend just the left knee. Bring your hands forward and down. Step back to plank pose. Now from plank pose, come to forearm plank. So forearms come down. This time interlace your fingers. From forearm plank, start to walk your feet forward. Bow your head between your upper arms, coming into dolphin pose. Press the forearms down in dolphin pose. So that's going to lift the shoulders up towards the ears slightly. Let that happen. And from here, we can start to play with the role of axial extension in headstand prep. So start to reach the crown of the head forward, letting the top of the head touch down between the forearms. And you can kind of do that a couple times. So lift the head away from the ground, press the forearms down more, and then start to press the head down. And once the head connects with the ground, press it into the ground. Let's do that one more time. So lift the head off the ground, press the forearms more, and then reach the crown of the head forward and down, press it into the ground. Lift the head, replace the forearms with your hands, step the feet back slightly, widen your stance, downward facing dog. Stay or vinyasa. Inhale forward, high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Upward facing or cobra pose, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. One breath in, one breath out. Look forward, inhale, lift your heels, grip the mat with your fingers. Exhale, bend your knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward. Drop the heels, reach the chest forward, inhale. Bow as you exhale. Stand up, reach up, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Arms by your side, shift your weight to the right foot, lift your left knee. Interlace your fingers on the left knee, stand up tall. Crown of the head reaches higher. Right heel presses down more. Then fill the space between those 2 points with your joyful, energetic breath. Playing with balance, start to tuck your chin, pull on the knee with the hands, pull the knee up, round your spine, pulling your nose towards the knee. Maybe give it a little kiss. Stand back up. Keep the left knee where it is. Reach the hands to the sky. Inhale. Warrior 3, exhale. Shoot that left leg back, reach the fingers forward. Get long through the torso. Feel the crown of the head reach in the direction of your fingertips as you press out through the back heel. One more breath. Bend your front knee, reach the back foot back for Warrior 1. So land the foot, ground the heel down and turn the toes out at about 10 o'clock. Reach the hands up as you bend into the right knee. Feel that stretch through the back calf. Keep that. Interlace the fingers above the head. Bend your elbows, bringing the thumbs towards the back of the neck. Press the head back into the arms. So let the chest lift slightly. And then feel the crown of the head press up. Almost like a little turtle protruding its head from the shell. Feel that length through the neck. One more breath. Reach the fingers forward and down. Lift the back heel. Bend both of your knees. So now the back knee comes down to a hover. Look forward, inhale. As you exhale, straighten both of your legs. Let the hips press back and bow over your right shin. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, stretch. Again, inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Bend just your right knee, please. Bring your hands forward. Come to plank pose. Step the foot back. From plank pose, forearm plank. Interlace your fingers. Now walk your feet forward. Bow your head between your upper arms and stay in dolphin pose. So option is to stay here in dolphin pose, pressing the forearms down. Other option is to find that axial extension. So reach the crown of the head to the ground between your forearms. Now, can you press the forearms down as well as the crown of the head down? Maybe tiptoe your feet forward, bringing the hips forward in space, more over the shoulders. Maybe lift one foot and then the other. Breathe. Headstand prep. One more breath. Step the feet down. Walk the feet back. Replace the forearms with your hands. Downward facing dog. Stay in down dog or move through Vinyasa. Inhale forward to high plank. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. One breath in. One breath out. Now bend your knees to the ground, please. Walk your hands back towards your knees. We're going to come onto our backs for a little bit of core work here to help set us up for success going forward. So lay down on your back and bend your knees, please. Now grab the knees with your hands, lift the feet off the ground. Use the hands here to pull the knees in towards the chest, and that's going to lift the tailbone. Let that lift. Keep all of that. Lift the head. Reach the nose for the knees for the nose. Stay in this tight ball that you've created. Keep pulling the heels in towards the bum. Stay here. Reach the hands straight up towards the ceiling. Keep pulling the knees in. Keep engaging, squeezing the core muscles in. Interlace your fingers and bend your elbows, bringing the thumbs towards the back of your neck. Now keep this shape. Keep pulling the knees in towards the chest. Feel that axial extension. Feel the crown of the head reach out. So just a little micro adjustment in the neck. One more breath. And then release the feet down. Release the arms by your side. Whew. Rest. Breathe. Feel free to sway your knees from side to side as we rest. Feel that spacious, energetic breath pulsing through your body. So one more core exercise similar to what we just did, but this time we're going to find crow pose here on our back. So start with the arms rather than the legs. Reach the arms straight up like we just did. Don't interlace the fingers this time, but bend the elbows straight back like you're trying to bring the fingertips towards your forehead. So like a chaturanga shelf here on our back. Lift the feet. Pull the knees in towards your upper arms. Lift your head and shoulders. So upper arms to knees, knees to upper arms. Heels in towards the bum. Now keep the head lifted, but lift your chin up. So get shorter through the back of the neck. Try to look above your head and then place the back of the skull on the ground. Keep squeezing knees into arms, arms into knees. And then at the same time, press just the crown of your head out more. And notice the relationship between that and your sitting bones. You'll probably press the sitting bones a bit further away. Keep squeezing the knees in here for 3, for 2, for 1. Rest, feet down, arms down. Take a couple breaths. Feel free to stay in stillness or shift the knees side to side. So finding that containment for these postures while still elongating along the curves of the spine, that axial extension from crown to sitting bones. Roll yourself over and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Stretching it out. Look forward, inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to your hands. Lengthen your spine here, open the chest, breathe in. Bow forward as you exhale. Stand up, reach up, look up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Take a wider stance with your feet, please. Just a little bit wider than outer hip. Right hand to outer right thigh. Left hand lifts up, inhale. Side bend over to the right, exhale. So just slide the right hand down the leg a little bit. Get a little longer through the left side of the body. Now keep this side bend action. Bend your knees and then turn and rotate your belly and chest towards the ground and then fold on the diagonal, bringing the left hand to the outer right shin and then reaching the right hand up. So coming into a twist here, turning the chest and the shoulders to the right. And you'll notice that I've straightened my right leg and bent my left knee. So let that happen. Let the pelvis kind of tilt here. And take one more breath. Untwist and bring all 10 fingers down to the mat. Bend your knees. Step your right foot back to a lunge. Nice long lunge here. And then pivot the back heel down like you would for warrior 2. We're setting up for extended side angle here on the left. So left fingers or left hand to the outside of the left foot. And then sweeping the right arm across the right ear. Other option is left forearm across the left thigh. So you can really feel that axial extension here from crown of head to sitting bones. Reach the crown of the head further in the direction of the right fingers. Now we're going to go for a little bit more depth. We're going to heel toe the back foot in a little bit, closer to the front foot. Look to the ground in front of the left toes. Start to reach both hands towards the ground to the left. So think like a side dive in a swimming pool. And then transfer your weight to the front foot. Lift the back foot. Reach both hands towards the ground in front of you. Get a nice side body stretch here in Ardha Chandrasana. One more breath. Bend your front knee, release the back foot down. Bring both hands, fingertips to the ground. With the back foot, step it a little bit further to the right. So widen your stance. Have the right toes facing forward, back heel down. Start to straighten your front leg for pyramid pose. Outer right hip forward. Now with the right hand, bring it to the front of the left shin. Left hand to the small of your back. Now with the right hand on the shin, pull that right hand back to reach the crown of the head further forward. Keep that length and then rotate a bit to the left. So turn the chest to the left. Find one more breath. Untwist back to center. Bringing both hands to the inside of the front foot. Turn the front foot out, so left toes out to the left. We're going to step the back foot to the outside of the right hand, landing in Malasana, squat. Tailbone reaches down, crown of the head reaches up. Feel your torso expand in all four directions here. Widening the knees with the elbows, opening the chest, tailbone down. Fill all that space with your beautiful, energetic, joyful breath. Option to stay in Malasana or to transition to crow pose from here. Hands down, hips lift. We bring the feet a little bit closer together. From there, we lift the heels so that we can bring the knees into the upper arms. Grip the mat with your fingertips. Shift your weight towards the fingers. Bend your elbows to create a shelf for your knees. Look forward. So lift your chin forward, just like we were doing on the ground. And then maybe lift one set of toes off the ground, and then maybe the other. So think about lifting the chin and looking forward, and at the same time, getting longer through the sides of the neck. One more breath. Feet down, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands down, step back, and chaturanga. So high plank to low plank with the out breath. Upward facing or cobra pose, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. One breath in, and one breath out. Look forward, inhale, lift the heels. Bend your knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to the top of your mat. Lengthen your spine, open the chest, breathe in. Bow forward as you exhale. Stand up, reach up, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Step the feet wider again, please. So outer hip width apart. Relax the arms down. Left arm is going to stay down. Right hand is going to lift up, grow tall, inhale. Exhale, side bend to the left. Slide the left fingers down the leg. Pause here for one more breath. Bend your knees. Turn your belly and chest towards the ground. Fold forward on the diagonal. Reach the right hand to the outer left shin as the left hand reaches up. So really twist the belly and the chest to the left. Maybe straighten the left leg and bend into the right knee. Pull the left fingernails back in space. Reach up. One more breath. Untwist back down towards the ground. Fingertips down, bend your knees. Take a long step back with the left foot. Pivot the back heel down, setting up for extended side angle here. So right fingers or right hand to the outside of the right foot. Left arm sweeps across the left ear. Also an option to bring the right forearm across the right thigh. Focusing on axial extension, reaching the crown of the head away from the sitting bones and vice versa. We're going to explore that a little bit more and add a bit of a side bend. So heel toe the back foot in a little bit closer. Reach both hands forward and to the right in front of the right toes. Shift your weight forward to the front foot. Reach the fingers forward as the back foot lifts. Keep reaching out through the crown of the head. One more breath to balance here. Bend your right knee, reach the left foot back. Square the shoulders and the hips forward and take a little step out to the left with the left foot. So just widen the stance a bit. Left toes pointing at about 10 o'clock. Now from here, start to straighten your front leg. Left hand to the right shin. Right hand to the small of your back. Use the left hand on the right shin to pull the crown of the head forward. Then rotate to the right. 2 breaths. Get long. Look down. Bend your right knee. Bring hands towards the inside of the front foot. Turn the right toes out to the right. Step the back foot to the outside of the left hand for Malasana squat. Squat the pelvis down, widen the knees. Lift the chest, hands towards your heart. Elbows pressing into the inner thighs to widen the knees apart. So option is to stay here. Second option is to explore crow pose again. Third option is to explore crow pose into tripod headstand. So for that, it's all about axial extension. We start setting up for crow pose like we would. So bending the elbows, creating that shelf, shifting forward with the knees on the upper arms, gripping the mat with the fingers, and then lifting the feet. So thinking about lifting the chin forward here to look forward as I try to lengthen the neck. Now we keep that axial extension, we just tuck the chin. Now we reach the crown of the head towards the ground. Keep reaching it forward, forward, forward and down. And then once it lands, shift the weight forward into the head and the hands. Press the head down to lift the legs up. Whoo. And then you can step the feet down and rest. Roll out the wrists. If you'd like, you can try one more, either crow pose into tripod headstand, or you can try coming into headstand A, Sirsasana A, from that dolphin pose that we found earlier. Yeah, so the forearm plank with the interlace of the fingers. So again, that looks like interlacing the fingers, forearms down, setting up for dolphin pose, and getting long through the sides of the neck by pressing the crown of the head forward and down into the mat. Walk the feet forward, press the forearms down and the head down to get light in the feet, lifting the hips, and then maybe slowly lengthening the legs up. One more breath. And gently bring the feet down, and wherever you are, make your way to child's pose. Reach the hips towards the heels, reach the hands forward. Rest the forehead down. Keep your elbows and your armpits lifted for this variation. So feel how that lengthens through the sides of the body. And then with the forehead resting down, turn your head from side to side. Very slowly, releasing the neck muscles. But have a bit of pressure pressing down through the forehead. So we stabilize as we move through this side-to-side rotation, range of motion here. And coming back to center. Let's come forward to our hands and our knees, please, and then make your way onto your belly. We're just going to counter some of that core flexion of the spine. Slide your hands out wide. Keep the hands in line with your chest. Tent your fingers on the ground. Lift the centers of your palms, elbows bent. Press into your fingertips. Lift your chest forward. Lift your ribs forward. Lift your belly forward. Look up. And exhale, ripple all the way forward and down. You're going to do that again. Inhale, lift up. Pull the shoulders back. Pause here, and as you exhale, pull the right shoulder forward in front of you and the left shoulder back. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Inhale, center. One more time each side. Exhale, right shoulder forward. Inhale. Exhale, left shoulder forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower all the way down. Stack your hands in front of your forehead and rest your forehead on your stacked hands. Take 2 breaths. Hands come under the shoulders. Slowly press yourself onto all fours. And then let's come into a seated position where we'll take a moment just to close our time together. If you're craving a Shavasana and if you have time for Shavasana right now, just press pause and take that. Otherwise, sit comfortably. Close your eyes. And take a moment to really feel all of that space that you've created. All of that energy that you've brought into your body. Can we carry that energy forward into our day, bringing this lightness of being into our approach with everything we do today? And actively seeking for those moments of joy and then relishing in them, using every day as an opportunity to cultivate that joy. The only true success in this world. Bring your hands together in front of your beautiful, joyful heart. And really take this time to thank yourself here for showing up in body and mind. And from the light in me to the beautiful light in you, namaste.